Incarcerated Vice Chairman of the All Parties Hurriyat Conference Shabbir Ahmed Shah has taken strong exception to the malicious attempt by the authorities in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to seize Srinagar's Eidgah land and other Waqf board properties across the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, Shabbir Ahmed Shah, in a message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, which was released in Srinagar, deplored that after snatching every right from Kashmiris, the RSS-backed Modi's fascist government is encroaching upon the Waqf board lands and properties, which is also an infringement of the religious affairs of the Muslims. Owing to religious and historical importance, he said, Eidgah and Muslim shrines are sacred places for Kashmiris and they would resist tooth and nail any attempt to desecrate them. APHC leader Khwaja Firdaus, in a statement in Srinagar, strongly denounced the unabated killing of innocent youth by Indian troops and urged the international community to declare India a terrorist state for its crimes against humanity in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. On the other hand, People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti, addressing a press conference in Jammu, said the BJP has turned Jammu and Kashmir into a big prison where people are not allowed to speak freely, journalists and human rights activists are jailed, while politicians are silenced. At least 12 persons were killed and several others injured after a minibus skidded off the road and plunged into a deep gorge at Bareri Nulla in Poonch district today. Meanwhile, Chairman of Democratic Hurriyat Forum Chaudhry Shaheen Iqbal, at a meeting with IIOJK leaders in Rawalpindi, stressed the need for building international pressure on India for settlement of the Kashmir dispute in its historical perspective. In Geneva, a group of Kashmiri delegates met the UN Special Rapporteur on the Right to Development, Saad Al-Faraghi, on the sidelines of the 51st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council and briefed him on how the absence of any meaningful political engagement in Kashmir has resulted in isolation and marginalization of the Kashmiris. The delegation appealed to the United Nations Human Rights Council to use UN mechanisms to protect the life and dignity of the Kashmiri people.